Well, back onto the injury front here. We're going to report on the rest of the players that are having a little bit of difficulty making it into practice today. Again, we're going to be borrowing some content from Pride of Detroit here. This one by Eric Schlitt, talking about how the Detroitlions have quite a few players missing in game action today. Missing in action today. Detroitlions Week 9 injury report consisted of 11 Detroitlions not making practice. For some people, that's going to be hella concerning, right? You're like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? Well, don't be too concerned. Some of this stuff is bound to happen. Some of this stuff is rest. We did suffer some nicks and some cuts in this last game versus the Titans. I know it looked like a game where we just kind of walked all over them and not much was going on, but that wasn't the case. We lost Rodrigo early in the game to an ankle injury, and I guess let me just start right there and just start with the very beginning of this. So Detroitlions are back on the road versus the Packers, and it's going to be a tough game. We're going to need everybody to step up in this game. As I just reported a little bit ago with Broderick Martin, finally back in the fold. 21-day window is now activated. That at least gives the Lions some hope that some players are going to be coming back here relatively soon. But as the Lions face off against what will be the second divisional opponent of the season in the Green Bay Packers, the Lions decided, now Dan Campbell decided, to rest several veteran players. So when this first report dropped, it was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? We expected, Jared Goff ankle injury. We saw it happen. We expected to see it on the injury report. Rodrigo, lower leg injury, or calling it an ankle. We saw it happen in the game, expected that, to go down here this week as well. But then when you see the rest of these guys pop up, Graham Glasgow, Frank Ragnow, Kevin Zeitler, Levi Onwuzurike, DJ Reader, Jared Goff, Sione Vaki, Taylor Decker, Josh Pascal, Malcolm Rodriguez, and then, of course, the rest of the injured reserve crew, Broderick Martin, John Kaminsky, Emmanuel Mosley, and Ifeatu Melifonwu. It's like a big, giant gasp, like what in the world? What is going on with this team? Do we even have anybody left to play? That's what your initial thought is. But as you dig into it, it's not as bad as one would think. So, of course, the injured reserve guys, we know Broderick is on his way back. John Kaminsky, highly unlikely that he's going to be coming back, but at least he has an opportunity to. Emmanuel Mosley has an opportunity to come back. Doubtful we even really need him. Ifeatu Melifonwu is the one that I am understanding that he does have a better opportunity to come back. I really hope, if he's battling, Ifeatu that is, if he's battling, this Achilles tendinopathy, which has been kind of half reported by a few people. And then someone else said something about just tendinopathy or Achilles rupture, and it's been all over the map. Last I understood, and from the very beginning of his injury, that he had some tendinopathy issues with the Achilles tendon. Very similar situation to Christian McCaffrey, which means that is going to bother him probably the rest of his life. And definitely throughout his playing career, it's going to be highly aggravated more often than not. So it's something that he's going to have to battle through. But I am pretty hopeful that Melifonwu will be back with the team at some point throughout the season. The other big news today was Christian Mahogany. And Christian Mahogany was removed from the NFI list finally after battling two illnesses and working himself back into shape. He has now been added to the 53-man roster. So congratulations to you, Christian Mahogany. That's just excellent news, man. It's always great when you get to see, your young guys finally get an opportunity. But no practice rest today. That was kind of the theme of the day today, was no practice rest. So players like Graham Glasgow, Frank Ragnow, Kevin Zeitler, Levi Onwuzurike, and DJ Reader were all designated as just a rest day. And that's probably good, for these guys. Look, they've been going hard. They've been playing a lot of snaps. Probably a good idea to get these guys an extra day of rest. Get them around their kids, whatever, get their light workouts in, get through the meeting rooms, and just take a chill pill for the day. Now, Dan Campbell told the media during his press conference today that he was planning on resting some of these players for recovery purposes. And if they follow the same pattern as veterans did, the last week, the players in this section could return to practice during the week, and they will, possibly as soon as Thursday, and then be ready to play on Sunday. Now, the no practice injury portion. Now, this is the portion that we need to worry about. Is Jared Goff. Ankle injury? Look, the dude's going to play. Not worried about Jared Goff one bit. Sionevaki suffered a knee injury. I did not see this go down during the game. So it's probably something that happened that didn't, really limit him in any factor. But, hey, once it's reported, and they're going to have to deal with it, get him treatment. But the bigger one to me is Taylor Decker. He's been reported with a chest injury. Now, I don't know how you got a chest injury. I've never seen a chest injury in an NFL game. You know what I mean? Like pec, I've seen, yes. But chest, that's kind of weird. I mean, unless he has like a bone bruise, like if you got, just punched in the chest really hard, probably has bone bruise there, maybe a little cartilage bruising or something there. I don't know. But whatever it is, maybe that's why he was playing a little off on Sunday, because he was a little bit off. He's been a little bit off for the past couple of weeks. So hopefully he kind of gets back to health here and quickly, because we need him. We need Taylor Decker to continue doing Taylor Decker things. Josh Pascal. This is just from last week, where, he's still kind of going through what had popped up, if you will. Something was flagged during his annual cancer screening. And while, he's thankful that no cancer has returned, he does have a few things to complete before he is ready to return to the field. Campbell indicated that Pascal's availability is still to be determined as the week progresses. So that's not great news, for the team. The team will be fine, but that's not great news for Josh Pascal. I mean, obviously we don't understand everything that's going on, but again, being a cancer survivor myself, and a warrior, and someone that, is trying to help the landscape through the Rockhound Cancer Foundation, I could appreciate that he's got to go through these things. And we all do that have suffered through it. So big shout out to you again, Pascal. Keep fighting, buddy. Keep that head up, man. That's all you can do is keep fighting forward. So, and he will. He's a freaking NFL player, man. He's going to fight. The other one that was a big one was Rodriguez. So Rodrigo injured his ankle. Let's see, 3 special team snaps into the game is what has been reported. And while he is expected to miss some time, this is not considered a long-term injury. So Malcolm Rodriguez is expected to be out this weekend. It could be a 1 to 2 week thing. I think he was last listed as week to week. So kind of makes sense there. So to wrap this up, there's your injury list. I mean, the real injury list is Jared Goff ankle, Sionevaki knee, both should play. Taylor Decker chest should play. Josh Pascal 50-50 on whether he's going to be in or out. Malcolm Rodriguez is out. I can guarantee you that right now. He's more than likely going to be out. Jared Goff, speaking with the media this week, did downplay the ankle injury quite a bit, but clearly he did get treatment during the game, so something's going on. Sionevaki was spotted at practice working off to the side with a group of trainers on an exercise bike, so he did not suffer a clear injury during the game, and sometimes that's not good either, right? If you don't see a clear injury, a non-contact, injury, those can be bad later on, but clearly there's nothing right now that is going on. It was just unclear during the game what had happened. It's also unclear, again, according to this report, that if Decker is just receiving his Veterans Day rest or if it's truly a chest injury and if that's going to be concerning for this week. I would expect Decker to play, but with the upgrade of Christian Mahogany, I think that we need to worry a little bit and wonder if there's a possibility that Taylor Decker could be out. I hope not. This is not the week to leave Rashawn Gary wide open on a rookie and others that the Packers have. So that's it. That's your Detroit Lions injury report for Wednesday. On the other side of the ball, for the Packers, Packers initial injury report. Jordan Love with a groin injury, no practice. Josh Jacobs, running back, ankle injury. Left tackle, Rashid Walker, knee injury. Left guard, Elgden Jenkins, gluteus injury. Center, Josh Myers has a wrist. Cornerback, Jair Alexander. I don't think he's ever not been on an injury report ahead of a Lions game. Knee injury. Free safety, Evan Williams, hamstring. And then limited in today's practice were defensive lineman Devonta Wyatt and Kenny Clark, as well as cornerback Corey Ballantyne with an ankle. So Kenny Clark had a toe and a shoulder, Ballantyne an ankle, Devonta Wyatt an ankle. Quay Walker coming off a concussion protocol, was back at practice in full capacity today. Question on Jordan Love and how realistic it is for him to play in this Sunday's game versus the Lions. Quote, Jordan Love, I think it's realistic. Said he could play without practicing this week, but that's not ideal for trying to play a game. So we'll monitor this. Obviously, Friday is going to be the day. I mean, that's going to be the day that we're going to know a lot more. And then of course, we've got game time decisions, for players like Jordan Love that are going to get out there and test, their groin before the game to see if they can even go. And of course, Malik Willis will be ready to go either way. So not so concerned just yet with, who are we facing? Either one of these guys is going to be a tough game. So I'm not concerned with that, just yet. What's more concerning for me is, on the Lions side of the ball is if Taylor Decker is going to be out of this game, because that is going to leave us a bit exposed on the left side. We don't have a true left tackle that it can slide in. We really don't. I mean, Skipper can slide in. But man, we really don't have a good solid left tackle yet. We would love to see Giovanni Manu get ready, but he's not ready or even close. So it's all on Christian Mahogany to hopefully slide in and do something meaningful if Taylor Decker can't go. But that's your list for a Wednesday on October 30th. We'll be getting into the rest of it tomorrow morning. We'll be talking about the Packers versus the Lions, offense, defense, in the pregame tailgate shows that we have on Thursdays and Fridays, as well as Sunday morning before the game, assuming that I'm not going to the game this week. Right now, I'm assuming that I'm not going. But we'll see. We'll see how it ends up. You guys have a good rest of your evening. We'll be back here shortly with a pop-up live. Just pay attention. If that pop-up live kicks off, that is your opportunity to quickly hit subscribe to the channel and get in and get an opportunity to win a mini helmet signed by Panay Sewell or Chris Spielman. Every 500 subscribers, we give one away to some lucky random winner. And it could be you. You just got to subscribe to the channel right now, turn those notifications on, and be ready when we're ready to go live. Go on Pride, go Detroit Lions. We'll see you guys all in the next one.